Welcome, family and friends, to the California Institute of Integral Studies' 55th Commencement Ceremony. I'm Chris Brandenberger, Dean of Assessment and Institutional Effectiveness. You know, this is a really special moment today. It's the first in-person commencement ceremony in 3 years. So we're very happy. So we are so honored to be together today to celebrate our graduates. Please help me to welcome the class of 2023. I promise they're coming.
Didn't mean to startle you when I walked out.
Oh, it's okay. I was glad to see you.
I'm going to step back there and grab my water.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, graduates. We'll now have offerings from Wildchoir, a student, Mia Cruz, and Dr. Annette Williams doing the invocation. So please be seated and enjoy the beautiful day.
More life, even more life. It's us now. We are its earth now. This grandmother tree of a dream is in season. It's us now. We are its earth now.
Remember me to the earth, mama.
Remember me to the earth, mama.
Oh, mama. Remember me, remember me, remember.
Please set me free.
Remember me, remember me, remember me.
Remember me, remember me, remember me. Remember me, remember me, remember me.
Oh, remember me.
Remember me, remember me, remember me.
Oh, remember me.
Remember me, remember me, remember me.
Remember me,
Remember me, remember me, remember me. Remember me, remember me, remember me. Remember me, remember me, remember me.
Nahaganeo means welcome. It is an honor to be in celebration with all of you here today. As Mother Earth awakens in full bloom, Tawahani, spring, is a reminder of rebirth, renewal, and remembrance. I call upon each of you here today, Natsuntome, which means to remember your creation story. Where you began your journey that has led you to this very moment. And as you bring your gifts to the world, always come together in a good way, with an open heart and a listening ear. I would also like to take this time to remember our missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and our sacred two-spirit relations, that they are not forgotten and that they are always in our hearts. The poem I'll be reciting tonight is called Remember by Joe Harjo. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the star stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life, and her mother's and hers. Remember your father, he is your life also. Remember the earth, whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, and brown earth. We are the earth. Remember the plants, trees, and our animal life, all who have their tribes, their families, and their histories. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origins of this universe. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is that life is. remember, oho, all my relations. Thank you.
Just taking it all in. It's so nice to be in physical space once again. So good afternoon, and welcome to friends, family, and our graduating students. Welcome to the 55th annual commencement of the California Institute of Integral Studies. I begin by saying, Ibashe, Ibashe, Ibashe Eshu, honor to Eshu. Eshu, the Yoruba West African Orisha, or deity, opens the way, opens the good road upon which one travels, opens the road to our highest destiny, upon which we carefully walk to stay in alignment with that destiny. Today, you mark a milestone in your journey along that road. It is a point of flowering. The beginning of your academic journey with CIIS was a planting of a seed, a promise carefully tended through the years. And the years have not all been kind. Yet here you are, celebrating your flowering. An excerpt from the poem The Bud by Galway Kinnell reads, "For everything flowers from within of self-blessing, though sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness, and retell it in words and in touch, it is lovely, until it flowers again from within of self-blossoming." Seed planted, nurtured, and sustained by the sunlight of mind, knowledge, and wisdom, by moonbeams connecting you to soul, individual and collective, by the sweet rain bringing waters of life, each drop one in community with many. Nurtured and sustained, you have come into bloom, the beauty of your blossoming, a gift shared to foster healing and upliftment. For as stated by Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, whatever you choose to do, leave tracks. That means don't do it just for yourself. You will want to leave the world a little better for having lived. And according to Maya Angelou, if one is lucky, a solitary fantasy can totally transform a million realities. We are here in celebration of you, in celebration of your accomplishments, in celebration of your blossoming, in celebration of your feet upon the good road that Eshu has opened, the road of your highest and best destiny. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.
Thank you, Annette. I am Brock Blomberg, the president of the California Institute of Integral Studies, and I want to begin by saying, congratulations, class of 2022, 23, excuse me. Obviously, my Ph.D. isn't in math. 2023. It's been a while since we've been in person, so thank you. Trustees of the university, CIIS, faculty and staff, alumni, honored guests, cherished family and friends, and most especially, our new graduates. I am thrilled that you've joined us on our most meaningful day to celebrate CIIS's 55th commencement in the class of 2023. Before I say a few remarks to our graduates, I want to make a pause to make an offering. Since coming to CIIS, I've had the honor of listening and learning about the history of the indigenous people of the land on which we sit today. It's been a profound experience, and I'd like to offer an equally profound acknowledgement on behalf of the CIIS community. I would like to honor the Ramaytush Ohlone people who are ancestral stewards of this land. We recognize and uplift their elders and descendants who call this place that CIIS sits their home. We are proud to continue the tradition of coming together and growing as a community, strengthening our ties and forwarding a relationship of shared respect and understanding. Graduates, you've endured through an extraordinary time of change and challenge, not the least of which was a global pandemic, social and economic instability, a climate crisis, among others. The world that existed when you entered your program is not the one in which you're graduating into. It has been transformed. And transformation is something that this community knows much about. After all, it's been happening here at CIIS as it's opened its doors over 5 decades ago. Many students and alums have said that one of CIIS's greatest gifts is that it gives everyone an opportunity to transform. You come out a different person. And I've heard that mentioned repeatedly. Radical curiosity, deep inquiry and reflection, multiple ways of knowing, learning, and teaching. These are pillars of an integral education at CIIS and aligned with our 7 commitments. And that is what uniquely fosters this type of transformation. And as you leave today and transition into CIIS's community of esteemed alums, hold your experiences of your time here close to your heart. Always endeavor to transform and know that this beloved community will continue to support and advocate for you. Each year, CIIS selects someone who represents the university's mission and commitments to receive an honorary doctoral degree. This year, CIIS has elected Bayo Akomolafe. I would like to invite to the podium Bayo and Dr. Renee Dumas, the program chair for the Department of Clinical Psychology, who will say a few words about Bayo's impact and emergent work.
Hello, everyone. My first encounter with our honoree, Dr. Bayo Akomolafe, was at a 2019 Science and Non-Duality Conference in San Jose, California. I remember being struck by his presence, his nobility, his humility, his depth, his compassion. And as he sat and talked on that stage that day, I remembered all of these and saw all of these elements of who he was. Here was a black man, a black African man standing in his truth within a sea of non-black people and shining like a bright light and a beacon. I felt an immediate kinship and pride with this stranger who felt like a friend. Here was an awakened being who felt like a brother and a fellow traveler. As he spoke on the urgency of climate change, I was deeply struck by his unusual perspective that dislocated me from my usual ways of thinking. His words disrupted my habitual ways of viewing self and the world and opened fresh ground that was waiting to be seeded. His poetic language beckoned to alternative ways of knowing and being. His storytelling ability created a magical door into alternate realities that spoke to my own experience. His discussions of the trickster reminded me of my childhood stories in Jamaica, where we call the trickster Anansi, the spider, the trickster god, who disrupted everything he encountered and brought about transformation by deconstructing the known and the unexamined. Bayo is also a trickster, disrupting and deconstructing with his words and his presence. Drawing our attention to the trickery that maintains the world. He sees himself as a trans-public intellectual who stands between the known and the unknown and gestures towards that which is undiscovered. His writings have explored the importance of rupture, which allows us to be resensitized from our desensitized existences. Within this context, the crisis calls for a new way of seeing and being, not merely solutions and answers. In order to do this, we must slow down to hear what is unknown and invisible. He speaks of the importance of deconstructing the self and remembering it, reconfiguring it, allowing it to fall apart and allowing it to die so that something new might arise. Dr. Akomolafe was born to Yoruban parents in Western Nigeria and was raised in Bonn, Germany. He later traveled extensively, but now he and his family live in Chennai, India. He's a lecturer in clinical psychology, a researcher of ethno-psychotherapy, the director of the Emergence Network, which seeks to create new narratives and practices for a more just and sustainable world. He is also a Yoruba philosopher, a poet, an unconventional thinker, a counterintuitive who addresses global crises, social action, and post-activism. He is the author of 2 books, These Wilds Beyond Our Fences, Letters to My Daughter on Humanity's Search for Home, and We Will Tell Our Own Story, The Lions of Africa Speak. He is currently writing his 3rd book, The Times Are Urgent, Let Us Slow Down, about the spirituality and emancipatory lessons of the transatlantic slave journeys. He is a leading voice in the emerging field of post-colonial ecology, which seeks to build bridges between ecology, social justice, and spirituality. He considers, however, his greatest accomplishment as being that of a husband and a father of 2, to whom we are grateful for allowing him to be with us today. Dr. Akomolafe, your contributions to the world are immense, and you have earned widespread recognition and respect for your work. Today, we are honored to add our voice to that chorus of praise by awarding you the Honorary Doctorate. This degree is a testament to your many achievements and a recognition of your ongoing contributions to the fields of ecology, social justice, and spirituality. It is for these accomplishments and so much more that the California Institute of Integral Studies is honored to bestow a Doctorate of Philosophy on this 55th annual commencement. Your work has touched many lives and so many people and has inspired us to rethink our relationship with the world around us. We look forward to the many more contributions you will make in the years to come. And we are proud of this co-creation and look forward to more moments like these. Congratulations, Bayo, and thank you for all you do and are.
Okay, I'm just going to ground myself for a second or two. Is that okay? It's overwhelming, but I'm just going to ground myself and breathe. And let's do this way. Let us pray right now, okay? And the way I'm going to invite us to do this is everyone stand to your feet, okay? If you can, stand to your feet. I know we've been standing. My brothers and sisters here have been standing for a long time. Pardon me for doing this again. To the Board of Trustees, the President, the faculty and staff of this beautiful inquiry in public love, that is the California Institute of Integral Studies, to the wonderful families here. Let me just see your hands in the air. Just wave them from side to side. The wonderful families and communities and neighborhoods that made this possible, that attended to this ritual and have been here with us. And last but not least, to the graduates. Congratulations. In the sprawl of our lives, we will need moments like this to mark events, don't we? We would need to find a way to name events and moments that exceed us. This is not the first time this is happening. Cultures around the world have had rites of passage and rituals. I study some of them. The Polynesian culture, nation Vanuatu, has young boys climb up a tower and hurl themselves down to the ground with twigs attached to their feet. In the moment between crashing their heads, which they almost never do, and the ground, they are changed and transformed into something else. There's a saying where I come from, that if you want to live, keep death close. There's something about ritual and rites of passage that transform us. So I ask, what do we have here? I think we have cake, and that's okay. Hold on. But we can improvise, okay? This is my provisional offering, what we're going to do, okay? And that is, this offering is not epidemiologically appropriate, especially in the time of pandemics. But we're going to do something, okay, that is almost as risky as hurling yourself down a tower, but is quite appropriate to this moment. It's called hugging, okay? So what I'd like you to do right now is just turn to the person next to you and hug them so tight that you leave an imprint of yourself on that person. It'll do. Very tight. Hug so tight. And now, all right. I have just a few minutes, okay? All right. How was that? Did it feel good? Okay, hold on just 1 second. Now I would like you to kind of put the bow, the ribbon on it. And this is my invitation to an animist politics we're about to perform here. So I would like you to roar, right? I would like you to roar so loudly that this No, okay, not this. Let's not jeopardize the architectural integrity of this beautiful space. But I would like you to roar and scream, and it would be our way of saying we are here, okay? In fact, we will shout, we are here together. Families, graduates, faculty, staff, all of us together will pierce the sky with something different, okay? 1, 2, 3, go! Thank you. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm learning my Americanisms. Okie dokie means okay, I think. Okay, let's go. My name is Adebayo Ifedapo Bamidele Clement Akomolafe. That's my full name. I am Alethea's father and Kea Abayomi's father. I am the infinitely privileged cosmos companion, life partner, and fragilely composed husband to EJ. I needed her to hear that. I am the son of Olufumilayo Ibidapo Akomolafe and Ignatius Abayomi Akomolafe. I am brother to my dear sisters, an uncle, and a somewhat famous nerd, okay? Some of you might know me. Most of you probably don't. But I'll tell you something I'm not supposed to. In fact, I was warned by the president not to tell you this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? The organizers of this beautiful celebration were terribly excited about the speaker for this year. And so after some quick deliberation, some anxious words of encouragement, crossed fingers and toes, they held their breaths and sent an email to Snoop Doggy Dogg. But he was filming an ad with Martha Stewart. The Wu-Tang Clan said no. Tom Cruise's secretary said he's off to space and quite unavailable. And Vin Diesel, well, let's just say he's filming one last ride. Okay. My shameless attempt to impress you with my knowledge of Americanisms aside, my point is, I don't quite fit the bill. I wasn't even on the list of options. I'm an off the list, off the books, off the record compromise choice. You should never take what a trickster says as true, okay? So I thought I would stick true and lean into the hidden wealth of being off the record by offering you an off-the-list speech in the following sense. I'm not actually here to encourage you. I'm not here to motivate you, to urge you at this potent time and place to believe in yourself, considering your achievements in your fields of study, to tell you that you can make it if you try, right? You know, all the contractually obligatory things I ought to say. I'm not even here to say to you that you can change the world. Quite to the contrary, I'm here to offer a strange proposition whose value rests not in its worthiness as a truth statement, but in its intriguing inversion of the stories we tell about the world and about ourselves. It is this, that you can't. That it is not about you. That the world is not reducible to solutions and problems, and that you will not save the day. I'm here as a politician of a stowaway politics, a rhizomatic and autistic politics that wanders and meanders and gestures but never quite arrives. A politics that is learning to be humble in the face of loss, in the tides of grief. I'm here because this moment exceeds us. A prophecy of silence whispers to us as the world burns that this place is where we fall down in worship. So, to materialize that, I want to tell you a story. One morning, during a holiday in Richmond, Virginia, I stood up and promised my 2-year-old daughter, Alethea, that I would say yes to anything she asked of me that day. I said, yeah, just anything you want, I'm going to say yes to. If she wanted me to play with her dolls all day, I'll do it. If she wanted me to splash around in paint, I'll do it. If she wanted me to dance naked on the streets, I'll try to do it. It's an experiment I have never repeated since I tried it 6 years ago. So that's a don't try this at home moment. Alethea got the memo. She had an idea, seemingly banal and inoffensive. Let's go swimming, Dada, she said, jumping all over the place. I couldn't swim to save my life, still can't. But I figured there was no trouble to wading in the shallow end of the neighborhood pool. So we started on our way. Soon she began to do strange toddler-like things. She insisted that what was very clearly the pool was not in fact the pool. She urged us in another direction, pointing at a lake. Apple in throat, I pressed on with her proposal. Then she insisted that I take off my slippers and try to wear hers instead, like we were standing on holy ground or something like that. Eventually, we got to the pool cum lake, but instead of going in, she stood silent. Strangely so. The silence was beginning to feel awkward. So I attempted to end it by offering a story to her about her people and her unique Afro-Asian heritages. I wanted to tell her about the Igbo people and the Yoruba people and her grandfathers and Tamil people in South India. I wanted to tell her all these stories. As I opened my mouth to speak, she said, "Shh, this is where you shush." It was the most sacred shush I had ever witnessed. When the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released its 6th report on the state of the planet this past March, I thought again about that shush. I thought about our frantic efforts to save ourselves, how our solutions and justices ironically reinforce the very realities and rationalities we're trying to leave behind. I thought about how very stuck modern civilization is, how very much in trouble it is. Even if you don't quite get it, even if you don't think it's much of a deal, all of us gestating within modernity's worlding project are entangled with the production of this story of impending doom. We are racialized within this narrative of fire on the mountain, the fire this time. Justice doesn't seem adequate to this moment. A crack has opened in the middle of the road, and we're trying our best to close it up. Our politics tells us we need more time, more expertise, more serious-minded folk, and less play. More exceptional individuals, more Ph.D.s, more money, and more inclusionary activisms. But there is a corrupting addendum to this anthropocentric urge for more, and it seems that all we do to respond to the crisis at hand is also part of the crisis. I think the stability afforded us by whiteness And by whiteness, I mean a social arrangement that stole not just black bodies, but white bodies and green bodies and mottled and fungal and brown and all kinds of bodies, and enlists these bodies in a worlding project that is still ongoing. That's what I mean by whiteness, not white people. Whiteness is more than white people. Whiteness is also how the world is arranged. That stability afforded us by whiteness is hollowing out. White stability is flailing. Something is pulling the seams apart. A geophilosophical force is disengineering the machine, disrupting the myth that we are stable individuals, overwhelming our borders and boundaries. Something is in the way. That obstacle, that impediment, that glitch, that crack, that thing that gets in the way, to me, is wisdom. Yes, wisdom is not so much a profusion of knowledge as it is the transversal disruption of knowing. Wisdom is what remains when we've come to the end of everything we know. Wisdom is where the arched back of the road rises and stretches, withdrawing its endorsement of convenient human mobility. Wisdom is where the world kicks back and refuses to be put in the family way. Wisdom is where the world says, I will not endorse your continuity. You will listen to me. I am no longer the stage. I'm just as much an actor. Wisdom signals the passing of a wild, troubling thing. Wisdom is also the place a 2-year-old child silences her father. The place of the shush. The place we're invited to listen, to touch tenderly and be touched, and to stray away from the algorithms of the modern, to grieve, to cultivate bewilderment, to know how to grieve together and fall apart together, to know loss as the prolific gift of a cosmos always in migrancy. What gets in the way is also part of the way. So here's my invitation to you, bearers of the burden of this threshold. Shush. Seek out the cracks. You can clap later. Seek out the cracks, for God is the crack. The breaks, the places where rationalities that hold us hostage to modern subjectivity bleed into a strange and exquisite and non-legible otherwise. This generation of seekers must never forget that death is not the threat. Justice is not the exclusive goal. Our work must be to convene a fugitive politics that does more than get even. A politics that allows us exile from sensorial capture, from the sensorial monoculture that subjectivizes us as surveillance pieces. A politics that allows us experiment with wandering, with desire, with loss as gift. A politics that allows us to shapeshift. Our work must be to make sanctuary together, not for us to be safe, but for the crack to thrive, to grow, to become resilient. Because the crack, that generatively incapacitating place of our deepest failures to rise to the image of the man, is the path to the exquisite. To you at the edges of whiteness, to all of us at these edges of whiteness, at these Alethian edges, I invite you to follow these wandering lines. Permit yourselves the grace to fail. Failure is the motif of the fugitive. If our noble successes gave us the Anthropocene, it is perhaps our sensuous failures that might usher us to a multi-species arrangement even justice cannot articulate. I invite you not to walk straight. I'm a psychotherapist, a recovering psychotherapist. So I say that with a lot of gravity. I invite you not to walk straight, not to always see things so clearly. For clarity obscures much more than it reveals. I invite you to dance with the thresholds to the songs offered by the place where the river romances its impediments. What lies beyond justice? What lies beyond social mobility or success? What lies beyond Black excellence? Are there colors we don't know or have a name for? Words we don't know how to pronounce? Worlds we cannot sense yet? Is there a world that my autistic son knows about that I'm unable to perceive? Maybe there's a logic in the shush we do not yet know. An invitation within the hall of the slave ship. A mysterious prayer at the edge of the lake only our children can lead us to. So let me end my off-the-record fugitive sermon, it's Sunday, by bringing my opening story to a close as well. So there, by that lake, in that place of silence, by that curated neighborhood in Richmond, Virginia, I was met with a queering of time, a stranger abundance behind the corners of the obvious. It wasn't just the vibrant orchestra of things that struck me in that moment when I obeyed my toddler's instructions to keep quiet. It wasn't just the ducks are quacking, ants are scurrying, lichens are likening, and rippling flows around me that murmured to me that I wasn't alone and that the myth of the hero must now give way to something more radical. It wasn't just that. It was their prayer urging me to attend to the thrilling and troubling idea that enchantment was and has never been in short supply. So I turned to my daughter, who was now deep in the mud, her little hand held aloft, spooning a little mountain of dirt in its creases. And she said to me, "Here, Dada, eat this." So I did. Nope, I didn't. I ended that experiment there and hauled our butts, to our apartment. But that experiment is no longer mine. It's ours now. Those Alethian edges are everywhere. The place of the shush is everywhere. To listen, to be defeated over and over again, in the words of Rilke, to be humbled, to be brought to that thin place where we are forced to exclaim, like Jodie Foster, who was also on the list of people they were about to. Jodie Foster in Contact. They should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. This is the site of our deepest work. I will meet you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Akomolafe. And again, congratulations. Let's have one more round of applause. Before our reflection from a graduating student, I'd like to honor our retiring faculty members, Alan Leslie Combs, Alec McLeod, Barbara Morell, Brian Swim, and Rick Tarnas. I'll begin with Alec McLeod, if you'll stand. Alec McLeod served as professor in CIIS's undergraduate studies and is a practicing visual artist whose works are exhibited nationally. His interdisciplinary, creative, and scholarly inquiries range from explorations of English language colloquialisms to the visual conventions of interfaces and white supremacy. Professor McLeod was a member of the design team for the undergraduate cohort-based degree completion program and the inaugural director of that program. He has also taught courses in visual thinking, creativity, and visual culture. Thank you. And now, Dr. Barbara Morell. Barbara served as program chair and associate professor and core faculty in the Integral Counseling Program at CIIS. She is a licensed clinical psychologist, having served in private practice for over 20 years. Dr. Morell has spent much of her life exploring social, psychological, and spiritual development with the emphasis on intergenerational trauma. Now I'm going to read three other emeritus faculty. Dr. Brian Thomas Swim served as professor of philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness at CIIS and director of the Center for the Story of the Universe. He is the author of The Hidden Heart of the Cosmos and the Universe is a Green Dragon, and the co-author of The Universe Story with cultural historian Thomas Berry. Dr. Swim also created a three-part educational video series, Conical to the Cosmos, the Earth's Imagination, and the Powers of the Universe, and co-wrote and hosted the 60-minute film Journey of the Universe on PBS television stations nationwide, for which he won the Northern California Regional Emmy for Best Documentary in 2011. And finally, Dr. Rick Tarnas is the founding director of the graduate program in philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness. He has taught courses in cultural history, archetypal studies, depth psychology, philosophy, and religious evolution. Dr. Tarnas is the author of The Passion of the Western Mind, a history of the Western world view from the ancient Greek to the postmodern, widely used in universities. His second book, Cosmos and Psyche, Imitations in a New Worldview, received the Book of the Year prize from the Scientific and Medical Network and served as the basis for the documentary film Changing of the Gods. He is the past president of the International Transpersonal Association and has served on the board of governors for the C.G. Jung Institute of San Francisco. Oh, okay. Dr. Alan Leslie Combs served as consciousness researcher, neuropsychologist, and systems theorist at CIIS, as well as the director of the Center for Consciousness Studies. Dr. Combs is the author of more than 200 articles, chapters, and books on consciousness and the brain, and is the founder and past president of the International Society for Consciousness Studies and a recipient of their Lifetime Achievement Award for advances in consciousness studies. He is also the recipient of the 2002-2003 National Teaching Award from the Association of Graduate Liberal Studies. On behalf of the CIIS community, I extend my deep appreciation and gratitude to each of you for your invaluable and lasting contribution that you've made both to our students and to our community. I am delighted to announce that the faculty has recommended to me, and I have approved, that you be awarded the status of Professor Emeriti. Congratulations, and thank you for your extraordinary commitment to CIIS. And now we have a reflection from Kel Smith, a graduate of counseling psychology.
Thank you, President Blomberg, and good afternoon. I would like to thank those who spoke prior to me for the gifts of your labor and your generous sharing today. My name is Kel Smith, and I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to California Institute of Integral Studies for the honor of sharing with you all on this momentous occasion, and for the opportunity to grow and transform within this institution. I would like to thank my peers for reminding me that we don't have to go through things alone, and my professors for the generous gift of your wisdom. I would like to thank my loved ones for supporting me throughout this process and for making it possible for me to be here with you all today. As a somatic student, I would be doing my program a great disservice if I got up here and didn't invite you all to take a breath with me. So I'm going to extend that invitation to join me in a breath now. Thank you. As I look back at my time in the Somatic Psychology program at CIIS, I have learned many valuable lessons, the most meaningful of which I believe has been how to be profoundly human by coming back to myself, my home, my soma, how to inhabit myself attentively with acceptance and compassionate care. Throughout my time here, we have been impacted by an increase in global warming and natural disasters, fires turning the skies orange with flames and then gray with ash, rainstorms that wash highways away, and winds that uproot trees and knock over semi-trucks. We have been impacted by a rise in income inequality and increases in the cost of living, an increase in health disparities, an increase in police violence and mass shootings, the banning of books and subjects like critical race theory and queer studies, a war on bodily autonomy, including a large increase in anti-trans legislation, and there is so much more. During my time in the school, I have been constantly reminded of our interconnectedness, while simultaneously getting caught up in the allure of isolation, alienation, dissociation. It's all too much, it's hopeless, I'm scared. How do we keep going? I invite you to join me in another breath now. Another moment to notice, to witness, to behold, another possibility for transformation to take place. In my studies here, I have learned about one of my personal favorite neuroscience concepts proposed by Louis Causalino, the social synapse. The premise of the social synapse is that we are all connected and that we are constantly exchanging information with one another through means beyond conventional language. That our nervous systems communicate down to the cellular level in ways we are still just beginning to understand scientifically. This suggests that dysregulation may in fact be contagious. It also suggests perhaps that through regulating one's own nervous system, that through tending to oneself while tending to others, the nervous systems we exist in relationship to may begin to regulate as well. Our interconnectedness goes beyond just this co-regulation, however. We are made of borrowed matter that has existed here in multitudes of iterations for millennia. The water we consume and are made of has moved through and shaped landscapes and organisms for as long as it has been here. The air particles we breathe have moved through other beings on this planet since it became encased in our atmosphere. Over the past 3 years, I have seen us endure and keep ourselves and one another's alive. We have witnessed and experienced great grief, loss, and transformation. As I have been navigating my medical transition, along with the transition in the way that society responds to my existence as a proud transgender woman, I have all too often gotten swept away from myself, from my body, my home, my soma. And then I return to what I learned here, how to come back to me, whenever I slow down and breathe, when I tend to unregulate my system and this constant communication we are all in with one another through this social synapse, I find myself reminded once again that my existence is in relation to this borrowed matter that I am made of, each and every one of you, and to this place. That the fact that I exist is in and of itself a reminder of my right to exist. Thank you. As I look out at you all this afternoon and invite you to join me in one closing breath in reflection of what we have all done to get ourselves here today. I feel immense hope for our capacity to come home to ourselves and one another, our capacity for change, our capacity to behold, and our capacity to be whole. As we move through today and step out of this institution and onto whatever life has in store for us next, I invite us to remember that we can always come back home to ourselves, to our somas, to our shared interconnectedness. I invite us to remember that our individual liberation is inextricably and irrefutably tied up in our collective liberation. Thank you all for being here, and congratulations to this graduating class.
All right, y'all. You ready to sing? So we're gonna do a community song together. We're gonna do two. We hope that you'll sing and rise and dance if you feel the spirit. And following from Bayo's amazing talk and the call to seek out the cracks. God is in the cracks. We're gonna sing "Forget Your Perfect Offering" together, which is a song by Leonard Cohen. Musically reimagined, and then Alive, an original by Wildchoir. So we'll sing each 4 times, and we hope that you'll feel us and sing and dance. Let's go.
Forget your perfect offering.
Forget your perfect offering.
And ring the bell that still can ring.
And ring the bell that still can ring.
There is a crack in everything.
There is a crack in everything.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering.
Still can ring.
And ring the bell that still can ring.
There is a crack in everything.
There is a crack in everything. That's how the light. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light. That's how the light gets in.
Forget your perfect offering.
Forget your perfect offering.
Just ring the bells that still can ring.
Just ring the bells that still can ring.
There is a crack in everything.
There is a crack in everything.
That's how
the light
gets in.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how
the light
gets in.
That's how the light gets in.
Forget your perfect offering.
Forget your perfect offering.
And ring the bells that still can ring.
And ring the bells that still can ring.
There is a crack in everything.
There is a crack in everything.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how the light gets in.
That's how the light. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light. That's how the light gets in. Oh, I pray to wake up my life. Yes, I pray to wake up my life. 'Cause every single day I am alive.
Thank you. Wildchoir is so honored to celebrate with you all today. I am particularly honored as a CIIS alumnus myself, having graduated from ICP 11 years ago. Our last song for you is We Shall Be Known by my muse. And may it be a prayer for all of us to live a life of service in these times when we need each other more than ever. Thank you.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
Okay, everyone, it is time. Welcome, friends, family, and graduates. It's time for the degree celebration. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Kathy Littles, and I'm your provost at CIIS. It is my great honor to present to you now our graduates and their degrees. Program chairs and faculty will announce their respective students, and President Blomberg will bestow the degrees. We begin with our doctoral students, which includes a hooding ceremony. A hooding ceremony confers a special recognition upon graduates receiving a doctoral degree. This ceremony originated in European universities in the 12th century and was introduced to distinguished graduate students as they began their academic careers. The hooded robes had a practical purpose in the 12th century, for they provided warmth in unheated medieval libraries. Over time, the robes have maintained some of the style of the 12th century, but universities such as CIIS have added colors to the hood to differentiate students by their academic majors. Academic hoods are an expression of the graduates' commitment to scholarship and the completion of original research in their chosen field. Wear the hood with pride of your accomplishment. And now, I present to you the students who have fulfilled the requirements for their doctoral degree and have been approved by the CIIS Board of Trustees. First, the School of Consciousness and Transformation. And next, we have East-West Psychology.
Thank you. Ph.D. in East-West Psychology. Ryan Indigo Warman. Dissertation title, Visions of the Great Turning, Utopianism and Conscious Evolution in New Age Science Fiction. Megan Rose Woolever. Dissertation, Spirit Marriage, an organic transcultural inquiry into intimate relationships between humans and extraordinary beings. Congratulations from the East-West Psychology Department.
It's with great excitement that we honor the graduates in the Human Sexuality PhD program. Elizabeth Berger Bolaza for the Birth Pleasure Study. Andrea Elise Lewis for The Power of the Mic, How Black Women's Rap Music is Shaping Sexuality, Pleasure, and Power for Black Women. And Penny Harvey, core faculty in the Human Sexuality program, whom we will hood in person as their graduation from Georgia State University was canceled due to the pandemic. Dr. Harvey earned a Ph.D. in the Joint Sociology program, emphasis in gender and sexuality, for the dissertation, Is Power Enough? Understanding the impact of gender identity, gender makeup, and the role of sexual power in the performance of sexual pleasure. Congratulations, Human Sexuality PhD graduates.
The PhD in Integral Transpersonal Psychology. I want to say congratulations to all of our graduates. We are very proud of you. Here today, Kirsten Elizabeth Cameron, dissertation Precognition as an adaptation to childhood abuse and neglect, a correlational analysis. Congratulations. Marty Cooper, Signal in the Noise, Ungrieved Futility in a Comparative Analytic Study of the Depression Literature. Michelle Jean DeMarco, Embodied Disclosure Therapy, Writing from a Place of Inner Safety and Connection, a Novel Approach. Vishwani Ram Zuza, Wholeness-Based Eudaimonia, a Hermeneutic Phenomenological Study of Nature, Reconciling and Co-Flourishing with Adults with Childhood Challenges. D. Reed, Interpersonal Physiological Synchrony as a biological matter of co-regulation.
Okay, next I present to you the School of Professional Psychology and Health doctoral students who have been approved by the CIIS Board of Trustees. Excuse me, we have one more from the Transformative Inquiry Department, and introducing the degrees for the Transformative Studies. Welcome to the stage. Okay, but you go first now. TID?
Transformative Studies Department, PhD. Matthew Ryder Barclay, Gay Men at the Intersection of Marriage Equality, Fatherhood, and Community, a collaborative inquiry. Jacob Campbell, a professional learning community for developing trauma-informed care practices using participatory action research. Jessica Spring Wipa, Revolutionary Metrosophy, Mother Lines, Matricultures, and Maternal Ethics for Mothering Futures, a portfolio of 3 papers. And Laura Lanzrud Lopez, Layers of Pain, Layers of Paint, a modified orthography exploration into the transformative potential of imaginal knowing in counseling education. Thank you.
Ph.D. in Asian and Comparative Studies. Colin Eyre, Transformative Power in Adhisthana, and Jin Lop in Indian Tibetan Buddhism. Ph.D. in Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness. Rachel Vaughan, Ithaca on Fire, How the West's Obsession with the Hero Has Led Us to the End of the World. Congratulations to philosophy and religion students.
The Ph.D., Philosophy and Religion, Concentration in Women's Spirituality. Congratulations to our Ph.D. graduates. Dr. Claudia Moutre, dissertation entitled Healing, Empathy, and Conflict Resolution, the 9th Step Amends Process in Alcoholics Anonymous. Samantha Costa, dissertation entitled The Freedom Milestones, a Grounded Theory Exploration of Transgender Youth, Religion, and Mental Health.
This is the doctoral in clinical psychology. And first we have Anna Franchi, whose dissertation was Not Two, a psychoanalytic interpretation of non-duality between mother and infant. Hannah Freund, whose dissertation was The Ambassadors of Meritocracy, the Process of Individual Success Within the Culture of the American Dream. Stephen Mason. His dissertation was on the dialectic evolution of analytic thinking on silence and silent communication. Ryan Stubblefield. His dissertation is on online persona and the self. We want to thank all of our graduates for being wonderful students, and we wish them all the very best in everything they do from here on. Thank you all.
I present to you the American College of Traditional Chinese Medicine doctoral students who have been approved by the CIIS Board of Trustees.
Nico Ganbarzadeh, and is for receiving a doctorate in acupuncture and Chinese medicine.
Next, I'd like to present to you the students in the School of Consciousness and Transformation who have fulfilled their requirements for their master's degree and have been approved by the Board of Trustees.
For a master's degree in anthropology and social change, Kristen Jael Acosta. Tallulah Lamb Shepherd. Lisa Gum.
Next, I present to you the students who have fulfilled the requirements for their master's degree in the School of Professional Psychology and Health who have been approved by the Board of Trustees.
This is Master of Arts in East-West Psychology. First, with concentration in Asian Contemplative and Transcultural Studies, Jean-Michel Bourgault. East-West Psychology, Samuel Robert Hindels. Master of Arts in East-West Psychology, Barbara Fagan. Katie Louise Cooper. Paige Barrows. Congratulations to all master's students in East-West Psychology.
Masters of Arts in Women, Gender, Spirituality, and Social Justice, Ariana Marante Sitovic. Harmony France. Carla Gomez Palawo. Erica Oglesby. Congratulations to our graduating MAs. I need to take my glasses off. And Jessica Samples. Wants to go? I'm sorry, Jessica.
It's my privilege to announce our MA graduates in Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness. Luca Carey. Ashley Hill. Jessica DeRosas Smith. Natalie Thiel. Nathan Kwan Glenn Bullmeyer. Congratulations to all the Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness graduates of 2023.
For Master of Arts in Transformative Leadership, Zorez Kailas Ahmed. Estrella Gonzalez. Sarah Hesley. Zong Win. Jenna Dishy West. Congratulations, Transformative Leadership graduates.
Next, we have the Master of Arts, Master of Fine Arts in Interdisciplinary Arts and Writing, Kate Harvey. Lucy Matthews Heegard. Carrie Hess. Congratulations to our amazing MFA students. Thank you.
I now present to you the students who have fulfilled the requirements for their master's degree in the School of Professional Psychology and Health and have been approved by the Board of Trustees.
Here are the students for the Master of Arts in Applied Psychology. 这是应用心理学硕士毕业生林云成、伊娃、尹一度、杨段、何心 Sally、黄伟、俊敏黄、顾小莹、嘉兰、李静、瑞宣章、雅慧良、刘平、永新罗、沈密、申夏、孙雅婷、孙颖康、Snow 桃、王文杰、魏晨、徐萌、荀冠龙、姚红艳、尤菲菲、于恒、张弛、张英、 张元、钟毅、Mr. Dan Zhou, and I would also want to acknowledge we have 146 students. They are joining us virtually for our commencement.
I just want to make sure everybody understands this is our first graduating class of our Master's in Applied Psychology taught in Mandarin in China. All of these students and many of their family members have flown in for this ceremony. So.
It's my pleasure to announce the graduates of the Community Mental Health Program. Jamie Christina Collins. Roxana Dimes. Kara Bird Daniels. Sky Mason Garcilaso de la Vega. Nilufar Lillian Hayat Gabe. Victoria Hong Lai. Marco Matos. Adelita Sarai Oriana. Nicole Kathleen Palmer. Felicia J. Ramirez. Casey Sassner. Tylani Saucer. Bella Youssef. And Steph Civic.
I'm delighted to announce the graduates with a Master's of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Drama Therapy Program. Tova Abelman. Champagne Hughes. Claire Elise Palmquist. Hannah Schulteis. Hannah Schulteis. Gary. Gabriella Stephanie. Grace Walcott. Yushan Yang. Zi Zheng. Congratulations to the graduates of the Drama Therapy program.
It is my honor to read the names of this year's graduates in the Concentration for Expressive Arts Therapy. Casey Barton. Asabi Monique Burris. Pedje Dazan. Faith Ho. Emily Hung. Jen Larsh. Mandy Lund. Monique Kiki Lyons. Cadence McCracken. Samuel McFarland. Kirsty McKenzie. Ashley Scoff. Emai Schlotterbeck-Bagno. Marissa Smith. Sha Zhou.
It is my honor to announce the Masters of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Integral Counseling Psychology program. Sarah Elizabeth Bamberger. Shannon Bernston. Aaron Boyle. Sage Charles. Ine Sintra Materazzi. Katrina Cormorato. Molly Coogan. Lisa Corsetti. Becca Crowley. Xiaojun Gatsby Dai. Dara Freed. Lavisa Fuentes. Julian Gelstein. Catherine Therese Glusak. Jacqueline Isolde Graudy. Matthew Grundy. Lean Huriri.
There's more ICPs. Like a whole bunch more. Brooke Hine. Brian Holton Henderson. Sarah Hertzberg. Megan Lansdale Holden. Maeve Jackson Dufault. Karen Kanadikian. Ashley Nicole Kellum. Orna Koenig. Karine Liao. Luisa Mancera. Julia Marino. Jim Moraine. Mindy Marcus.
Melanie Heather McRae. Huimin Nu. Sherry Messier Suryakoff. Tatine Angela Newsham. Andre Mark Pejeron. Ari Pramono. Courtney Quattrini. Renee Rickladis. Irina Rock. Camilla Rockefeller. Alexa Rosenstein. Alicia Sanchez Sands. Crystal Amara Santos. Gianna Composiano Scolini. Finn Sonder. Shuel Shueling Sun. Elizabeth Schwartz. David Torres. Nora Tulamat. Luara Venturi. Noelani Gloria. Sherwood Wong.
Pause.
Joseph Warner.
It's my pleasure to introduce the Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, Somatic Psychology graduates. Hannah Andrews. Aspen Bialer. Sophie Bigopki. Carter Bostwick. Kat Buchowski. Rachel Diamond. Lauren Faris. Jeremy Ashton Feigenbaum. Morgan McGilvray. Rachel Mauricio. Jen McGuire. Bryce Parmelli. Debbie Priest. Sabrina Rayner. Annika Roston. Amanda Carly St. Louis. Kel Lynn Smith. Gabriella Yates. On behalf of the Somatic Psychology Department, we wish you all the most auspicious of blessings as you unfurl your embodied wisdom in the world. Thank you.
It's my honor to announce the Master of Arts in Integrative Health Studies, Sitara Benasader. Jamie Berbert. Yubin Dong. Sydney Ann Eyre.
Go, Sydney.
Casey Wells Hagerman. Theron Christopher Hosmer.
And Nicole Gina Lapoyati. Ariel McCracken. Heather Ramsey. Annalise Gabrielle Roman. And Kari Stead Bagri. Jill Lisbeth Wigan.
And we congratulate you all, knowing you'll do great work in the world. Thank you.
Psychological Studies, Jamie Say Koo. Finally, I present to you the students who have fulfilled the requirements for their bachelor's degree in the School of Undergraduate Studies and have been approved by the Board of Trustees.
For the School of Undergraduate Studies, I would like to introduce the graduates who are today receiving their Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. Antoinette Davis. Bernicia Givens. Sanciare Johnson. Jaya Manbube. Luisa Santos. Marcella Wade. This is not mine.
And now for the students in the Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Jennifer Melinda Ibarra. Justina Carreta. Joshua Kelly. Jessica Niles. Valentina Salazar Hurtado. Christine Seaman. Nico Stormont. Max. Asher Stiersky. Annika Wright. To all of our students in the School of Undergraduate Studies, I wish you a warm and hearty congratulations as you continue your journey.
It is my great honor to present the class of 2023. Congratulations, graduates! Members of the faculty, please be recognized. And now, graduates and guests, please join me in acknowledging our extraordinary faculty. As we now come to the conclusion of this year's commencement, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Danielle Drake, the Dean of Faculty Development, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and an alumnus, to the podium for the benediction to welcome our newest group of alums to the CIIS's Alumni Association. You're joining a diverse and dynamic group of people. We have nearly 11,000 alums from 56 countries, so please stay in touch. Dr. Drake.
As a relatively new mom, I would like to wish all the moms and parents and caregivers a happy Mother's Day. So as it was said, my name is Dr. Danielle Drake. I am a proud alum of the class of 2011 Expressive Arts Therapy Program. And it is my pleasure today to offer a few final thoughts as a poem I wrote entitled You Answered, which celebrates you all. In a moment of global uncertainty, the world halted, turned upside down, became unrecognizable. You answered the call of the Sri Yantra and the Bindu to meet between spirit and matter, to manifest creative bliss. You believed in social justice, climate action, spiritual science, consciousness transformation, embodied creativity to imagine a healing inside the necessary reckoning unfolding. Returned back to care for all sentient beings, a celebration of the circular, the linear, the multidimensional, an embodiment of all the energies, the feminine, the masculine, the non-binary, the undefined, the expanding, the ineffable, mapping archetypes across the cosmos, indigenous practices in healthcare, psychologies of spirit, heart, body, community, theater, culture, expression. And here you stand after years on Zoom, in person, in discussion boards, in intimacy, in rupture, and ongoing repair, in relationship, in spirit, in mind and body, your soul at the threshold, stepping through to a circle of others who, as you, chose a leap of spirit against the grain, over the trodden path. Come through. Step through. We have been waiting for you. Arms wide in celebration. We are spirited, embodied, expanding, circle, thinking, breathing, expressing, healing, being, beings, warmly welcoming you. Congratulations, class of 2023. Welcome to the CIIS alumni community.
Okay, we're done. This actually concludes the formal part of our commencement, but the celebrations are far from over. We hope you'll join us for a reception back at our Mission Campus, 1453 Mission Street, with nourishing food and drinks, fun, music, cheer, and conversation. There will be a procession led by a jubilant brass band from the theater to guide you back to campus. We hope you'll participate. And if you do, please abide by the traffic signs as you walk back to CIIS. Just saying, you know. And graduates, There's a rose for you at the door. Please pick up your rose on the way out. And now, graduates, faculty, trustees, please rise for the recessional.
भज मन